God. I want to talk about God. Let's talk about God. So, I made a video about this topic maybe about 2 years ago, somewhere around that time. And it was a pretty long-winded video, a very long-winded video. So, I want to make this video more concise. I plan on making a series of other videos expounding on this topic. But as for now, I just want to put the general message out there. And that message is, I believe in a God. I believe a higher power is out there. However, I don't think this higher power has any control over planet Earth. I don't believe this God created anything on planet Earth. I don't believe this God created life on Earth. I don't believe this God has any control over what happens here on Earth. My beliefs align more so with Gnosticism. Now, if you're not familiar with what Gnosticism is, Gnosticists basically believe that Earth was created by an evil entity. And this evil entity is referred to as demiurge or a demiurge or something along those lines. Again, I'm not a full-blown Gnosticist. At least I don't think I am. I don't know. Maybe someone is going to listen to this and say, no, you're a full-blown Gnosticist. I don't think so. But my general views on God and spirituality, and things like that, it aligns more so with Gnosticism. Definitely not what you would call traditional theism. Like, I'm not a Christian, not a Muslim. I see value in these religions. I see aspects of these religions that have value, but I don't believe in the fundamental notion that God is the creator of Earth. I don't. And this is something most or all Christians and Muslims believe in. And whatever other religions that are out there, I know Islam and Christianity, these are like the main ones people think about when it comes to religion. But I would say that's one of the huge differences. Like, I don't believe a God created life on Earth. Gnosticists, they believe this demiurge, this evil spirit, is the creator of the material world. And that's essentially what life on planet Earth is. And like I said, I strongly believe Earth was created by a demonic force. I believe God has no control over what happens to anyone on this planet, because if it did, a lot of the terrible things that go on this planet would not go on. Now, I'm aware of all of the arguments against this belief, right? This way of thinking. I'm aware of the whole, well, God is just testing us. A lot of Christians say that. A lot of Muslims say that as well. God is testing us. You know, he gave us evil so we can, or he created evil because he wanted to challenge our faith and things like that. And I don't know, man, I'm compelled to kind of try to give my rebuttal to that, but I don't want to, again, make this too much of a long-winded video, but I have my retorts to arguments like this. And I guess I can throw out one argument and say this: I don't believe God is in the business of testing anyone. I don't think God would create what we see on Earth and say, hey, I'm just testing you guys. You got to pass the test. If God is in the business of testing us, he wouldn't test us to the point where if we fail the test, we will be scarred for life. I don't believe that. I believe there's a difference between testing someone and torturing someone. If you want to test someone, let's just say, what's a good healthy test? Let's just say you want to be better at a particular martial art. You want to enhance your martial arts skill. You want to become better at jiu-jitsu. Now, it's a struggle for a lot of people, right? Jiu-jitsu is a very tough martial art to learn. It's very technical. And in the beginning, it can be very frustrating. You're being tested, right? But it's a healthy test. It's not a test that can really crush your spirit or soul, right? I mean, life goes on. You probably have a good job, decent family that cares about you and loves you and stuff. Life, over the most part, can be going fine for you, right? So even if you're struggling at getting better at jiu-jitsu, it's okay, you know, and even if you never get better at jiu-jitsu, it's fine. I mean, you mess up, you fail the test, no big deal. Life goes on. That's a healthy test. You know, trying to get better at a skill and failing, but failing not so much to the point where you're going to be tortured and you're going to suffer through great trauma and misery. You know, I don't think God is in the business of torturing us. And that's what life on earth is, which is why I believe an evil entity created life on earth. I don't think if a God really did test us, it's not in the way that lots of people on this planet are being tested. I refuse to believe that. What people go through on this planet is full-on torture. Now, I'm aware of another argument. Some people may say, well, not everyone suffers, and some people, you know, they enjoy life. And I don't even want to address that argument in this video. I have my response to this argument, or that argument, I should say. But again, I just want to make this concise and say, I don't believe God created life on earth.